Hey guys, so today we are looking at separating introductory phrases and clauses using commas. So as we talked about yesterday, clauses are parts of a sentence that could stand alone. A phrase would be just like something you would say. So you can use a comma to separate this first part from the main point of your sentence. So after checking my knee pads, I started off. I could have just said, I started off. But this gives a little bit more clarification. After I did this, then I went. Then I started off. So this is a phrase. If you practice often, skating is easy. If I just say skating is easy, that is a sentence. However, it makes it a little more clear because what I'm trying to say is if you practice, skating becomes easier. So after this first little thought where you're giving some information, you put the comma and then you finish your thought. If you study your homework, comma, then you'll do well on your test. If you practice your spelling words, comma, then you'll do really well on your test. Or if you stay up too late, then you might have a hard time waking up the next morning. So whatever you're going to say at the beginning, you put your comma and then you finish that thought. So you don't need a comma when a phrase or clause comes after. So skating is easy if you practice often. It's just when we flip it. If you practice often, comma, skating is easy. So there's that natural pause there. That we're saying if you do this, pause, skating's easy. But when we flip it, you don't have to have a comma that way because you're stating the point of it before you give more detail. Skating is easy if you practice often. Also, a comma is usually necessary after a short opening phrase. In the time you find yourself looking toward, in time you'll find yourself looking forward to practice. No comma is needed in time. So we don't need a comma there because it goes together as one thought, okay? So we put the comma if we're going to kind of pause where we've given information and then we've got our main point afterwards. So let's look at a little bit of practice on this before you jump in on your own. So it says, each sentence below starts with a long phrase or clause that modifies the rest of the sentence, which means it gives more detail about it. It helps you to understand it. That's what modifies means. Add a comma after each phrase or clause. The first sentence has been done for you. If you want to help the environment, comma, you can recycle many things. So it's saying you can recycle many things if you want to help the environment. But when we put it this way, we're saying this part that's reliant on the second part, you have to have a comma. Because glass never wears out, it can be recycled forever. So where would the comma go? We ask ourselves, where is that thought process ending? Because glass never wears out, it can be recycled forever. So that comma is going to go right here. And remember, we have to hold it down because commas like to fly away. Hold it down, okay? So you're going to do the rest of it on your own, but look for where that sentence can be broken up. Though it's hard to believe, people have been recycling glass for more than 3,000 years. So ask yourself, where does that thought process stop? Where you're saying a little bit of information and then you're giving your main point of it, okay? If you have any questions on this, just let me know. Really, you're just looking to see what two parts are making up that sentence. So it's like giving a little bit of detail and then finishing your thought. So if this, then that. Or because you are watching the video, hopefully you will understand commas better. All right, have a wonderful day and happy comma hunting. Talk to you again soon.